Oh, we're live. Just wait while we get somebody in. A bit early, 2 minutes. And so, got on to it. Hi, everybody. Who've we got? Say hello to me, then I know you can hear me, please. Can't hear you, can't see you. I know you're there. Hi, Rebecca. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. I know we've got 3 people in. So I'll just wait for a few more minutes. And the first thing I'm going to do is just chat about lost or missing drills. Is one of my subjects tonight. When we get some people here, right, there's 4 of us here. What are you working on, Rebecca? Got anything good going? Talk to me, people, please. I can see you, but I can't see you. If that makes sense. Hi, Caroline. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. I was a couple of minutes early tonight, so everybody's forgiven for that. I just thought, oh, I'm just sat here twiddling my thumbs, so I'd go live. We've got 5 in the room at the moment. So one of my topics, working on a hurricane, it's black and white picture with of a little boy giving flowers to a little. Oh, that sounds adorable. I'm doing fine, thanks, Rebecca. Just a little bit miffed at the minute about drills not being where they should be. So, yeah, I finished my old man and old couple in bed, and I think it's turned out just lovely. Yeah, I bet it will. It'll seem colourful, if not actually, because when you've done a black and white or very muted colours, then when you get one that's got some pretty colours in it, then you do notice a difference. So I'm feeling a little bit horsey tonight. I don't know why. Yeah, I've just finished. Oh, I finished this the other night, and then you'll have to ignore my nails. I was going to try and get my polish off, and then I've just not had time. So, yeah, so as I say, I finished my old couple, absolutely thrilled with it. It's lovely. The other one that I was thinking about was there's another one of the same old couple, I think, sitting on a bench. And that sort of brings up memories as well of a holiday that Harry and I had, in fact, been twice, to Fuerteventura. And the bench has a sort of, what can I say, a funny memory. That's the best word I can put it. I just thought this was that cute, and I could imagine that's what Harry and I'll look like in probably another week or two's time. Although I'm not white. I've gone grey, but it's a funny sort of grey. I think my colour hair that doesn't go white like a lot of people's. And well, we've got 9 watching, but we've not got anybody talking to us for some reason. Yeah, so this just made me think about what Harry and I would look like, perhaps, in a few years' time. And I thought it was just dead cute. So I did it, and it's turned out nice. It's sparkly. It's round drills, though, and I do like the square drills. I know. Hi, Kim. Oh, while you're on, Kim, right, I'm going to show you this. Just while we've got Kim on, I did tell her last night in Caroline's live that I would give her a canvas, an easy canvas to do. And it's that one, Caroline. It's absolutely gorgeous finished. And the only bits that you've got to do are the bits on, excuse me, these flowers are done, which I liked because on others they don't always do the flowers, but these flowers are they're all done. And then it's more or less an outline of it. A baby here, and a little baby here. But it's more looks like an egg, that one. But I thought it was really cute and easy for you to do. So, hi, the Dutch. I'm just showing Kim this. We're going to send it over to you. So that will go in the post tomorrow, Kim, for you. I've already got an envelope ready for it to go in. I'm going to actually roll it onto a foam roller so that it travels a little bit better, I hope. Do you like it? Oh, it is. It's a lovely one done, Kim. It's just so super cute, and it looks lovely framed. So I think you'll enjoy that one. And if you've got a niece or a granddaughter or whatever that would like it, you can always do it as a gift for somebody. But you'll enjoy doing it, Kim, and it'll not take you long. I bet it only takes about maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, if you're not, if you're a bit slower. I mean, it doesn't matter. There's the kit with it. So I've put your kit in that's got, it should have tweet. Yeah, this is your kit. Look, you've got these are your gems, and you've got your boat, your pen, some tweezers, and your wax there. So they'll go in with it. And then, as I say, you'll do it ever so quickly. So that's ready for you. Right, so my old couple, they were done finished, and I'm really happy with it. The other one that I want to go with this one is the same couple, or it looks like the same couple, but I think it's like a bit of a set. And it's the old couple on a bench. The old man's got a little flat cap on. It's just super cute. And what can I say? The thing with the bench is that when we went to Fuerteventura, we had this bit of a standing joke, Harry and I. There was this particular bench just beyond the harbour, and it was just on a really busy corner, really, where everybody were walking past, and it sort of went on about, and it weren't very wide, really. But this bench was there, and oh, excuse me, there were several old men sat on this bench with the walking sticks, the hands on the walking sticks like this, all leaning forward. And Harry called it Pensioners' Row. Now, we thought that was just, oh my God, we just thought it was so funny. And it stuck. And every time we walked past this bench, were it full of old men sat there. So, yes, it was definitely Pensioners' Row. So I thought, when I saw the one with these two sat on a bench, I got to do it. I've got to do that one. Hi, Debbie Wilson from Arizona. Welcome and thank you for joining tonight. I'm just going through my memories of this is a future memory, and the later memory is the one I want to get the next one. But now then, I have a couple of issues. I'm going to move this now. I'll move this for a while. If anybody's not seen it later, I'll put it back up. I'll put it there where it can't come to any harm. Right. Number 2. Cottage. Teacup cottage. This has turned out really, really pretty. I love it. No problem with the actual thing. The drills, though, there are a lot of gaps. Now, this one, we've gone the other way. Instead of it pushing, although there's one coming up, I see there's one coming up there. It's not pushing them out. Sorry, that was probably just not pushed down properly by me. It's not pushing them out because there's like gaps between it. It's like the drills are a little bit small. But, and I've even at one point, I've had to like shove them up together a bit because I could see the lettering underneath after the drill went in. And yeah, so I thought, oh. But also, you might notice, I don't know whether you can. I can't bring you in. I can't get back to camera for the time being. But here and here, and then odd ones all the way around the bottom of the saucer thing here, I have no drills for. Now, the colour is DMC number 3743. And I was quite a few short. There's 36 missing, to be honest. 36. I counted up what I needed. And yeah, we're a bit miffed that they weren't there, but I've had it a while. And but anyway, we got it done. I actually thought that these drills were mixed, thinking it in the packet they looked like they were half round, half square. Well, they're not. Hi, Karen. Nice to see you. Yeah, so I thought they weren't. They were all squares. Well, actually, looking back on the actual order, it says round, but I got squares. I don't mind that. I don't mind. I like squares if they're all the same size, which these are. But as I say, I mean, you can even see the line down there where I've gone to, and down there you can see the line all the way around, so it's not sort of pushed outwards over the line because they fit in so nicely, except that, like I said, there are quite a few bits of gaps. I think, you know, if you were sort of got it in a frame and up on a wall somewhere, it won't be obvious. You just won't notice that. But it's there. But like I say, I have got these drills that I haven't got to put in it. And I looked at the other drills that I had got, because there are some that there's quite a lot left. And I had a look to see if any of them would be suitable to put in, because it's like a shading thing. But really there aren't. So what I have done, I've been on to AliExpress and I've ordered some. I've had to order 5,000. What? Why? You know, I mean, it's $2.99 for a packet. And there's 5. Well, it says 5 grams, and then there's about, I think it says about 5,000 in it. What am I going to do with all that drills? If anybody ever wants any, you'll know where to come. Right, that was that. So that's the cottage one with the issues sorted. This is my new one that I'm going to start. Now, this one I've had quite a while. Right. Advice from me. Who shouldn't be giving advice because of rubbish. But I didn't check inventory when I actually received it. I just flattened it, put the drills away. I put a slip in the big blue owl, because this, I've done this particular owl. Let me show you the owl. You'll have, if you've seen my videos, you will have seen this owl. It's that one. Whoop. What happened there? Wait a minute. There we go. I don't know what happened there. Right, so it's this blue owl here, and I've done it twice in specials, and I've also done it in a full drill. But this one is actually a lot bigger. Does it give me a size on here? I don't think it does, but it is quite a bit bigger. And so it's going to take some doing. It's square drills. But as I'm kitting up, and this is how I've kitted it up. All right, I'll just move those off there a minute, and I can tip it right up. I'll tip it up that way so you can see. So we've got 1 to 10 up there, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, and then 31 to 34. Now some of these have got 2, so I've got 2 number 7s plus a few in a bag. I've got 2 number 12s because there's a lot of them, so I've also got some in a bag. 23s, again I've got 2 23s, and I think the other 2 are 34s. So that's the beauty of these smaller things, because you can have 2 or 3 of the same. There weren't really enough left over to be put, to be putting into tubs, little pots. But I just keep it, and then when I come to use that number, I'll just use these first after this, and then so on and so forth. But while I'm kitting it all up tonight, I've discovered I've not got any number 11s. They're missing. And they were all kept in their own bag. They weren't left under anywhere, so not falling out anywhere. So I am now 518, DMC number 518 missing. So I looked on my actual thingy bob job, my drill area, and I found the number 11, which is the hashtag, and it's a pale blue. So I went and had a look in my spares, because I've got lots and lots and lots of spares. Would you believe I haven't got any of that number? And I haven't really got enough to cover the area that needs covering, because that particular one needs 177. And I know I've not got 177 of one colour, light blue. So yes, I'm stuck. So what I've done, I've had to order the same again from AliExpress. I've ordered the DMC number, and again I've had to order the smallest amount, which was 5 grams, which again it's about it's 4,000 something silly. Ugh. And what the devil I'm going to do with all these drills, I don't know. But so that's the way the situation is at the moment with this. Oh, right, the saga with the light board, right? Well, I got a little bit fed up with them, because each time I've sent them a link to the video I made. The first time it was private, they said they couldn't open it, and I thought they would have been able to, because I had actually sent it to them, but they said they couldn't open it. Fair enough. So then I'd put it to unlisted, that sent it again, and they said they were really sorry, but they couldn't see it, they couldn't open it. So I was pondering then, what the devil am I going to do? Because I do my videos on my webcam, then I upload them onto YouTube, and I didn't really want to make it public. So but they'd said each time I'd sent it, from the 3 options, you've got public, private and unlisted. So I'd sent it private, no good. Sent it unlisted, no good. So then I had to put it open to public. And would you believe I got another message back saying they still couldn't see it, right? But would I mind taking it down from YouTube? If they couldn't see it, how the hell do they know it's on YouTube? Because I haven't told them that. So this is what they said anyway. And so I messaged back and I said, look, it's gone on too long. I'm going to get back in touch with eBay and tell them that, you know, we've got an issue with it. Oh, no need to do that. Would you be happy if, oh, I said they've got to come to a satisfactory conclusion, otherwise I'm going to get in touch with eBay. So they said, would you be happy with it if we sent you a new one out? And I said, well, as long as you're sending a new light board out, because it's the light board cable that's the issue. They wanted to just send me a new power cable out. Why would I want a new power cable? There's nothing wrong with that. I've been telling them all along. It's this little cable that comes out of the actual light pad. Anyway, so as it stands now, they're going to send me a new one. And they don't want me to send this one back. I can keep it. So with that, I thought, right, good. I'll get somebody to have a look at this one now, and I'll have them both working. Hi, Tracy. Nice to see you. Hi, Janet. Welcome. Lovely to see you all. So, yeah, so there's the saga of the light pad that we've hopefully come to an arrangement because I will get in stroppy. I said, it's gone on too long. I've cooperated as much as I can. I don't believe they couldn't see the video because people have left comments on it, on the public one, that when I put it up to public. So, but what they want to bear in mind, or what they probably don't realise, is that I haven't deleted it. All I've done is took it off public and put it to private again. So I do still have the video. And I am not deleting it. I'm hanging on to that. That is my that is what I'm going to hold over them, because you know, it is an issue that's for them to sort out, not me. So yeah. So that's my light pad. So I've got to hopefully get another one this week, and hopefully that one will be all right, because this one drives me nuts. It goes off on it, so sometimes it stays on most of the night, or it might go on its own for some reason, and then, you know, you can't. And if it goes dim, I touch my thing and it goes off altogether. So then I have to click it. You know, I just tap it for it to come back on again, and it still only comes up very dim. But it does what it just does what it wants. So yeah, so that's how we're standing at the moment. So I'm going to get this one started. I really didn't want to do this one just yet, but I don't know. With doing the marathon next weekend, and I wanted to be doing the Alice one. It's where it looks to be where she's falling down the rabbit hole, and there's the rabbit, the white rabbit, and there's the I think the Mad Hatter and the caterpillar on a mushroom, all sort of intermingled with it, and it's really a nice canvas, and I'm really looking forward to doing that one. So, but this one, because it's squares and it's a Huracan, and I've had it a long while, so it could be a bad Huracan. That's what's worrying me. That is really what's worrying me, if it's going to be bad, because it's squares. After the lily vase that I had, I'm not saying I'm panicking, but I've got a bit of a butterfly feeling. Hoping it's going to be okay. I love doing squares. I like how they look when they're finished. But you know, it's It's a bit of a worry because we know what Hurricane have been like in the past. So who knows? We shall see what we shall see. But I'm going to start at the bottom. I always tend to start down at the bottom, and I'll do this bit and I'll do that bit, and then chances are I'll flip it over and do that bit. Because you've got to be able to read your doodles upside down, haven't you? So top bit's best done last or first. If you're going to do top bit, do it first, and then you can lean on this bit and do it. And I suppose I could do it that way, really. But I just find it easier to work front bottom. I don't know about anybody else. Oh, you do, Janet. Good on you. Can't fault you for that. That's what I do actually when I'm watching somebody live. I balance my keyboard. I balance my keyboard from corner at table to my little table at side of me because they're about the same level. But I drop it. I'm always dropping my keyboard on the floor. Terrible. Oh, dear me. Oh, I carry on. So, I don't know. Shall I start at the top or shall I start at the bottom? Decisions. Actually, it's not square because that. Let me see. Oh, it's not bad. It's actually not bad. It looks as if it's going cockeyed. But what I like about these, what is it, that come down here? It actually tells you how many of each one you need. And that's why I know number 11, I need, oh, did I get it right? Oh, no, 177 I need of that. I need 177 of that one. So that's a bag, isn't it? Normally there's 200 in a small bag. But I've got to buy sort of so many thousand. Where's the sense in that? I'll be auctioning them off. Oh, anybody want to buy one? There we go. Just have it on the second one at the minute. It's enough. But it's that's the top and that's the bottom that to work from. I don't know whether to work from top or work from bottom, to be honest. Whoops, a daisy maze. Oh, come back. I've got a runaway pen. I might do from top actually while that's. These are great. I got these from where'd you get these from? Home Bargains. I got these. And there's 10 in a pack. And they're perfect for holding thing. Trouble is, you know, if you've got it down this side and across top, it's not so bad, but then you're working higher up. This is one of the reasons I like to start at bottom and work up. I usually have it up there. But yeah, they're great, these. But of course, it's not going far enough go that way. I want to get started on my dragon, my big dragon. Hi, Jer. Nice to see you. Welcome. Oh, really? Oh, you're doing diamond painting. Oh, you'll get in trouble. I know I have. Oh, dear. Another. Oh, they're addictive. They're addictive, Jer. Honestly, they are. But they're worth it. I think they're lovely. I love doing it. It's so relaxing. It's just, yeah, it is. I think they're just a lot of bits and, I don't know. Ooh, it's nearly all background on that bit, though. So what shall I start in that corner then? Let me just pick some washi tape just to hold that. Don't see what I mean? You see it flickering? Fingers crossed. It's with bated breath, I'm afraid. Oh, it's flickering. I can see it flickering now. Oh, it's so annoying. I'm using a bit of washi tape to hold it. Where's my little roll gone? There we go. I've saved these. You know, if you get one with the clear film on, like this stuff on it, I can't be doing with that. If that catches, back of that catches onto your sticky area. Oh, it's such a pain to get off, and I can't be doing. It's too much like hard work. So I just I keep these now, and when I were doing my little oops, didn't mean to do that. Bloody neck. When I were doing my little cottage in a teacup, I took the film off and I used this after a while because I was just getting so annoyed with film that were flying about, and because it's so lightweight and everything. So right, we just got to hope we don't need any errors. Number 11s. Otherwise we're up the creek. The Not Nice Creek. Let me have a look at what we got. Let's see. Number 12. Oh, that were a bit close. So yes, like I said, these are great. And it's surprising how many you can get in there. I mean, I had my bags, they were in proper baggies, and there were chocker blocks. Some of these were absolutely full to top. So if I've got any number 12s, no, I haven't. I've just managed to get them into 2 pots, my number 12. I've got 2 pots of 12. But if there's any over, I just usually one's in the bag first and then go on to my pots when I've done with that. And you can do that with these. In fact, what I did with my, which one was it? I'm thinking it was the old couple one. No, it wasn't. It was my teacup. I pinched some. I got an empty box with all the numbers on some of the things. And hi, Mayhem. Welcome. Glad you could make it. And I got some. What was I saying? Brain's gone. Yes, I got some that were already marked up for in another box that were empty. So I just borrowed them. And where I got number 12, I put a 12 and a 22, or number 8. I pinched number 18 rather than, because I was using other boxes, other numbers. So I just borrowed them for a while, and I've done the same with this. Or I don't know, I haven't. I've made 2 extra boxes for these. So, but if they need more than 2, I just leave them in bag. 2 is enough. So right, here we go. First one. I don't even know what I do. I'm doing that one. We've started. Right, there's my foundation stone. I sound like I'm building a town hall, aren't I? Right. I'm going up this time instead of down. But so yeah, so I would say to anybody, especially if you're new to diamond painting, and if you've got sort of 2 or 3 coming in order, check all your itinerary before you put it away, because I haven't been doing. But as I say, I've had this one quite some time, quite a long time, and I didn't think about it. Yeah, I mean, I'm so trusting of people. You think they're going to send you all what you need, and they don't always, obviously. And I've learned my lesson on 3 diamond paintings in quick succession, because one of my other owls, not this particular one, but one of the other owls that I did, there was all like big yellow, lovely iridescent beads across the chest, and they weren't enough. And I found I was, there should have been 100 and something, and I think I was about 30 short. So I took so many off, used them where they would look right with a different one. altogether in a different area. As I look at it, it turned out all right. We were a job and a half getting them off again once I'd got them on, because I didn't know until I got them all on that they weren't going to work fit. So, I just like to straighten them up a little bit. It did annoy me. It's a skew-if, and the thing is that they will push around when you get another one at the side of it. They will push into the right place, but I think it's always best to try and get them there at first place, and you're not going to fiddle too much. But I mean, the other one that I did, I've done one smaller than this. In fact, I would say it was half the size of this, but it was a full drill. I think they were round drills. I don't think I'd done a square drill up to then. But having done square drills on one or two now, well, in fact, I've done, I would say, equal amount square to what I've done. Oh, Michelle, I am sorry, I didn't realise your name was Michelle. I will, I promise. I'll try and remember. So, yeah, so it went, and it seemed to take me ages. But the very first one I ever did, thinking about it, was a square. It was the one that is a little westie in a garden. And that was the first one I ever did. Ooh. And I thought to myself at the time, oh, these take a long time. I weren't expecting it to be taking so long. And there was an awful lot of confetti in it. But it turned out lovely, and I've got it up in the bedroom over my dressing table mirror, and I love it. I do. I've got one of my cutie little owls upstairs. On a side wall, little short side wall, side of the window, just not quite covered up with the curtain, so it can be seen. And for the moment, that is all I've got hung of my paintings that I've kept for me. The one that I didn't like it. It was an owl. When I said I didn't like it, I thought it were a bit cheap looking. But when I did it, it turned out absolutely beautiful, and I was thrilled. And what I did do was I put some, to tart up the frame a little bit, I put washi tape all the way around, because there were scratches. They were second hand. I'd had them given me, actually, some frames, and they were all sort of scratched, and there was nothing much I could do about it, because they wouldn't have painted well, and I don't think I could get the glass out of that one for some reason. But anyway, I put washi tape all the way around it, and then I did some quilled flowers on it. Oh, it looked lovely. And I ended up, I did it for Danielle Rose's little girl. She's lovely, Layla, and she loves owls as well. I've done Layla a few, actually. She just loves owls, same as I do. So we share a passion. So I gave it to her on Easter when they came over week before Easter. I gave it to her. A little face lit up. She's a little sweetheart. They all are. She's got some lovely girls. 4 girls. Oh, they'll be fighting over lip makeup before you know it. And clothes, I don't doubt, at some stage. But yeah, I've got quite a lot. I have got to get framed and then got to sell them to get some more money to buy some more DPs. Otherwise, it's not paying for itself, and it's got to pay for itself. It's one of those kind of crafts, really. Otherwise, you get bogged down with so many. I mean, I've got quite a few not done. I've got quite a few now on order that I've been waiting for quite a while. This is the trouble, you see. You need to be ordering 2 or 3 at once, because when you start doing them and get another order straight in as soon as you get them, because they're that long in delivering them a lot of time, that you need to be, getting them in advance, because you know damn well that it's going to take ages to come. Especially if they're from China. I have been lucky and had a few come really quick. In fact, the one of the quickest I've ever had was Diamond Art Club on Facebook, and it were a freebie. Yeah, I got a free one, and if I wanted to pay for the shipping to get it like express delivery, and I said, oh no, I'm not going to do that length of time. I thought, well, I've got plenty of me going on with, and it's not costing me anything. So no, it's fine. Take as long as you like. I ordered it on the Saturday, and I think it come on Thursday. It was so quick. It was less than a week. I think it's quickest I've ever had. And I couldn't believe it, because they were telling me they wanted me to pay, I can't remember what shipping were, 20 something pounds, I think, for shipping. It's only a little one. And I thought, no, I'm not paying all that for shipping. No chance. And it come really quick, so I was well chuffed. I haven't done it yet, it's still waiting. I must admit the canvases to die for. It's beautiful and soft. The feel of it is just amazing. Does anybody else do that? I lose my wax out to end sometimes. It gets stuck. I don't know why that is. It just gets stuck onto something. Better. Where it's gone, it's dry. It comes out. They pull it out of the pen sometimes. I don't know how I've done it. I'm sure. But yes, so I was lucky, and it seems, Caroline, you've not found it yet, have you? Not this one, Michelle. No, I've done it with special. I've done it twice with special drills. This one, but and I've done this one before in normal drills, but they were round. I'm pretty sure they were round. This one's a square drill, and it's twice the size of the other one I did full drill. So I know it's going to take me a while, but I might actually, I might actually put this to one side for next weekend for the DP-a-thon, because I wanted to do the Alice on that one. I wanted to get Alice in Wonderland started. But if I start that now, by the time next weekend comes, is it next weekend? It's not even next weekend, is it? It's week after, so this could well be done before then. But I'm saving it for DP-a-thon. Me Alice, when I'm looking forward to getting it started, though. But I've got 1 or 2 specials that I can be doing. And I've got 1 or 2 small, very small ones. I think they're like little 20 by 20s by the time you've drilled them, and they're girls with dragons, but they're very small. You can get them in big, but I didn't. I just got the small ones. And but I was sort of, before I really got into the swing, as it were, of doing them. Yeah. doesn't want to. So, I found, I can't wait for DP-a-thon again now. I found how to get my PayPal for my nominated charity this time. So, because I went onto their about page, you could get onto Patreon, but I'm not in a position where I can offer them a set amount every month. You know, I don't mind once in a while helping out, but I can't afford to just keep giving money as much as they deserve it. Don't get me wrong, they do. They do a wonderful job. I mean, they don't just help rescue animals. They go rescue them and then they prosecute whoever's injured them or dumped them or whatever, and they fly out and fetch them from all over the world, and they fly out and rehome them all over the world. So, you know, they are amazing. And the place that they do, that they've got in Spain, it's a state-of-the-art veterinary hospital with all the latest equipment and everything. But of course, the vets need to be paid a wage. They won't work for nothing. And also, they have 2 rented properties in Valencia. That's where the hospital is. And they've got 2 rented properties. One they call the White House, one they call the Pink House. And when all the dogs are recuperating from the surgery and waiting for forever homes, they go there and they've got staff there. And the dogs have got a swimming pool, and dogs and cats, although cats aren't bothered about the pool. But yeah, it's amazing. They do everything. It's not just going out, finding and rescuing and passing them on to a vet's or a shelter anywhere. They do it all. It's called Let's Adopt. It's in Spain. The main guy that sort of set it all up originally, they call him Victor Larkhill. It's Victor with a K. And he does put videos up nearly every day showing you progress on any animal that they've been rescued, and how they're progressing with surgery. They even show you a little bit, not too gory, but a little bit of the surgery that some of them have done. But YouTube are sort of keeping an eye on that, because I don't think they're very happy about them showing surgery. But you know, people are asking about them and wanting to know what's happening with them. So he feels he should let them see what's happening. He's got a huge following, and but not everybody contributes to their needs, unfortunately. I think I've got a kink in my wrist tonight. I'm having to move them around. I don't know why they're going on awkward and not together. I'm sure. I keep getting silly notifications across my screen, and I can't see what you're sending to me. I had a very quiet Easter, thank you, Michelle. It was quiet. We don't, we've not got kiddies or anything knocking around. The daughter and her husband, I think, probably went away, or probably have gone away for Easter week. They very often do. So, and the boys are 15 and 13. So they're not too bothered about chocolate. They're really into things like Xbox games and that sort of thing, wherever it is, PlayStations or whatever which one they've got. And they're also into go-kart racing, big style, proper go-kart racing, by the way. Oh, frightened me to death. I've watched them on videos a time or two, and the speeds they're going at frightened me to death. But they love it, and it's like I said, you know, it's something they want to do. So that's what they all do as a family. Most weekends in summer, they're away somewhere, and they travel all over the country. They've got a caravan, and Glenn's kitted his van out, so he's got sort of like half living quarters and half garage for where the go-karts need to be put in when they go anywhere. And they drive for various teams. And Adam, he's the oldest one. He's now playing for I don't know. I don't know all the ins and outs. It's like Formula One, but in go-kart thing, you know. And he's applying to these different national teams now. He's hoping to get into a national team. But in actual fact, of the two boys, Tom's the daredevil. He's the youngest. He's a daredevil. He just knows no fear. Adam's, he's not frightened. He's certainly not frightened, but he's more cautious. I think is the fair way to, you know, to put that. He, I mean, I think Tom's given him a fright or two. Whereas Adams, no, he's very cautious. Although they've both got loads and loads of trophies, they love doing it. They go usually it's every other weekend, you know. So in fact, they took the go-karts when they went to Spain. When did they go to Spain? It's not that long ago, anyway. It's certainly. It's only a few weeks ago when they went to Spain. It must have been last half term or something. They went for a 5-day. They hired what they call it, a villa with a pool, and they went out there for a week. They had a couple of days extra off school, but the thing is that the headmistress, that they go and see the headmistress, talk to them, you know, about having time off during school time. And because the boys do so well in school, she said, oh yeah, it's not a problem at all. There's nothing to they would have to catch up on or anything such. So only trouble is now Adam's coming into his mocks, so they're not going abroad this year. But the boys don't mind if they can go racing. They're fine. They can do the go-karting. So that's them. I've not given them their Easter egg money. I usually give them some money for Easter. They've not got that yet, but they usually put it away straight away. And every time I go to visit, I usually give them £1 each for spenders, just to go and get some sweets and chocolate, or I take some. But I've got to the stage now, it's easier to give them the money and let them choose themselves what they want, rather than me give them something that they might not like. Because especially Thomas, he's a little bit, you know, I'm not keen, I don't like them. So I don't now. I just give them the money and let them get whatever they want. Although it's never ungrateful or rude or anything, you know. But you can tell the look on his face. He don't like that. Oops. Or Claire will say to me, "Oh, Mummy don't like them. Tom don't like that." So I just shove it back in my bag and have a pound coin ready for them just to go and get their own whatever. A bit of chocolate, me and Harry can eat it if they don't want it, you know what I mean? It gets eaten one way or another. Mind you, I've slipped up today. We nipped to Aldi for some bits and pieces today, and they've got these Milky Bar. They're like the finger biscuits with the chocolate through that you have coffee, but they've got chocolate on the outside. And the Milky Way finger wafers, they call them, wafers. and oh, they were rock hard. And I said to Harry, I said, I didn't realise how much I didn't like Milky Way. Yuck! It was horrible. I didn't like the Milky Way at all. And I said, I hadn't had Milky Way for ages. I used to love them. I used to love them. Over mist. Hi, Carol D. Working and lurking. Good on you. Can't fault you for that. So, yeah, I think, while I think about it, listening to Caroline last night, talking about when she was in, was it Tanzania? I don't know, I can't remember, Caroline, sorry. But we went to Kenya, and she was saying about the Masai Mara warriors, and we did when we were in Kenya, and oh God, I couldn't get over how tall they are. They're tall and colourful. You've got red mud hair, like sandy red mud hair. It's like slicked down, like you'd probably use hair gel. They use mud, red mud, and these huge spears. And they'd be just walking up and down, parading up and down the beach. Obviously not intimidating anybody. They were just sort of, I think perhaps they were getting paid for entertaining holidaymakers. Certainly fascinating to see them, and didn't feel intimidated or anything. And they came and stood chatting for a while and telling us little bits about, you know, their tribe and all this and that. Absolutely brilliant. And then, oh, I must tell you this. Oh my God, I can't believe this. We went. They had a tribal night, right? So round the pool bar, there were a big group of these village people, what I can call them. They're from their own village, obviously. They came to entertain. They were doing singing in the native tongue and dancing, all these tribal dances and tribal songs, and it was absolutely brilliant. And we'd taken with us our video video camera. Now, it's not a video camera like we have today. Let me tell you, like house brick. It was as heavy as well. And there was only apparently me that could stand filming it. I don't know why. I mean, there were Claire, but she wanted to watch. And Ernie, who was my husband then, he were not really interested in videoing. So I had to do it. But a friend of ours had loaned us a boom mic, right? I'd never seen one before, other than on newscasters. You know, you often see all these news people with the big cameras and what have you on the streets. Well, that big hairy thing is a boom mic, right? Big woolly hairy thing. So we put that on, and I videoed all this show when it went on for about a couple of hours. It was great. I mean, but you know, when you're videoing, you don't really see what's happening all the time. You've got a witch doctor there, and there were all sorts going off. Like I said, dancing and singing, and we actually bought a CD of their music, and it was amazing. It was lovely to have to play when we got home. You know, reminded us of this fabulous 2 weeks we had in Kenya. But getting back to this video, it was the only time I used this boom mic. But when we went to play it back, there was no sound on the video. Right, so I was absolutely mortified. I stood there for 2 bloody hours filming this that I couldn't really watch properly because I was videoing. Hi, Cindy, welcome. So when I took this home mic back to my friend who'd loaned it us, I said, well, thanks a lot for nothing much. But she says, why, what's up? And I said, we used your boom mic. And she said, and I said, and we got no sound at all, nothing. And she just looked at me and she said, did you put any batteries in it? Oh, bloody hell. I didn't know you got to put batteries in it. I thought you just attached it to camera and it worked off camera battery. Oh my God. And that were it. That were why it weren't getting any sound. So it never recorded sound because we got it attached. And while it was attached to camera, it took away the sound from its own microphone. Oh, dearie me. So yeah, so I weren't pleased. The funny side, as much as anything of that is, I went and bought myself. I used to do karaoke an awful lot, and I went and bought myself a really nice microphone for karaoke. And the guy that did the karaoke, I said to him, I brought a mic here for me to use. And he says, all right, well, you know, it were a better one than what he got. And I mean, I weren't saying just for me. I mean, you know, one or two of my friends were also used to get up and sing, so they could use it as well. But we couldn't get it to work. And I said, it's brand new. I just bought it this last weekend. Anyway, it turned out that needed batteries in as well. So, batteries not included. Oh my God. So now I have to make sure everything I've got has got batteries.
Why don't you do that?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not kidding. But you know, I mean, it's funny now, and I can laugh about it. But I really was upset while we were on holiday. Well, when we got home, that this camera, this stupid boom mic wanted. She didn't tell me that, and I didn't know. I'd never used one before. So we weren't very happy. But oh dear, when I think back now. But we live and learn. Trouble is, with me, I live, learn, and then forget. Oh, dearie me. Trust me. And we've been out on safari. We've been for a 2-day safari, and we stayed in a lodge the first night we were out. And it was round a watering hole, beautiful place. It owned by the Hilton International hotel chain, and it was a really lovely place. But oh dear, we had some right lots there. But when we were coming back, I told you all about what the place was like. But on the way back, they have radios, and they'll radio each other. There's quite a few of these Jeep safaris going around. And we went to Tsavo East National Park. And apparently there is a Tsavo West National Park. But because Africa is, or even Kenya, just because Kenya's a huge place, you know, it's like two big areas, totally separate from each other. But anyway, we were just coming back from safari second day, and we'd seen a pride of lions on 2 separate occasions, different prides, what have you. But then as we're coming down this road, getting nearer towards where we were staying, near our hotel, there was 2 very big male lions walking on the road in front of us. And There's no going round them. You've got to, they have to slow right down. There's no going round them. And it's not roads like we know roads out there. This is in the wild. It's dirt tracks, sand tracks, whatever. But Ernie was sat with his elbow out the window, and as we were approaching these lions walking down road, and driver must have looked through his rearview mirror or whatever, or over his shoulder, I don't know which, and he said to Ernie, "I have to pull your elbow in because they might just take a fancy to a snack." And I said, "Do you know what you told him that?" That didn't go down very well either. Oh, dear oh me. Oh, I got vision of Ernie's leg, just seeing Ernie's feet going out the window, lying going for Scooby snacks. Oh my God. Oh, don't you do some things? Such is life. I don't know. But I mean, if ever you get the chance, they're a once in a lifetime. Well, for somebody like me, they're a once in a lifetime holiday. You don't go very often. Oh God, yeah, 2 hours. Oh my God. Hiya, Jane Marge. Glad to see you. Hiya, Marissa. Yeah, we've had some fabulous holidays, but they're like, you only ever do it once. I mean, we did a Caribbean cruise, and that was fantastic. There are things. I mean, we went to they go into overnight dock. You sort of got a full day on the island, and then you're off again on your travels through the night. They sail through the night, and then you stay during the day at an island, and you can go off and do whatever you like. They give you a time to come back, and if you're not back in time, they don't wait. Literally, they don't wait. If you can't be responsible enough to get back to ship before it sails, then tough. And let me tell you, it did happen while we were on holiday. So not to us, but yeah. So we used to go, and we'd have a day on this island, and we went to St. Lucia. We had a meal on there. Weren't keen. I think it was scruffy. It weren't what I expected. Now I don't know. I don't know what if everybody's ever been and seen what we've seen. Barbados is scruffy. Don't like Barbados at all. Very cliquey. And actually, Barbados was very scary for me, I thought, anyway, when we were out on thingy. We went to St. Kitts. Beach were rubbish there because it was sort of that really sharp grass that grows through sand. It was really, really not very pleasant to sit on the beach. We went to Antigua. Oh, wow. Now, Antigua is a different ball game altogether. It's fabulous. The sea is crystal clear, and it's like a turquoise blue. The sandy beaches are white, clean. Oh, wow. It just amazing beaches. I loved Antigua. I would go to Antigua for a full fortnight holiday and not feel, because there's not a lot there on the beaches. There was a bit of I'm calling it a shack, but imagine it as a market stall, because it weren't a broken down shack or anything like that. Nothing like that on beaches there. it was just like a market type store with this woman selling the, the things that go around your waist, what they call them, I can't think. Like a shawl, but they're really thin and what have you. But anyway, she were on this, and I bought myself one of these things. I know they've got a name, I just can't think. And I bought Claire one, and because Claire was going to go away, they weren't on that Caribbean cruise by that time. She were married, but she actually sold it. She worked for Thompson's, and she sold us that. Well, we went through Claire so that she could earn, because they get rewards for selling cruises, especially. But the cruise, fabulous. Antigua, mega fabulous. Grenada was nice as well. We went to Grenada, and if you say it like that, I don't know if it's Grenada. Either way, it's a isle of exotic spices. Oh, you could smell them. As soon as you got onto docks, you could smell the spices, and it was a lovely. It wasn't a nasty smell. It was a lovely smell. It was just great. I loved it. That holiday was the best. So yeah, so we've had some really nice holidays. Had some good times. I was doing well in casino, but I'm not a big gambler. But when you win, you think, ooh, I'm gonna have a look at that one, But anyway, I allowed myself £20 for the night. And let me tell you, £20 is not a lot of money in casinos. But I was playing the roulette table, and it makes me sound right. International. I felt like James Bond's wife then. Yeah, I was playing roulette table, and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't lose. I could not lose. I was winning, and I think I won. I'm not sure. £70. Or I should say, I didn't. Yeah, I came out with £70. So the following night, I wouldn't. I were only in for about an hour and a half, and I said, I'm not blowing it now, won it. I'm a bit tired. So, and I was with a friend that just happened to be on the same ship, and we didn't even know till we saw them getting on ship in Barbados, because they had a different flight to us. But yeah, so we came out of there, and we went back the following evening, and I only allowed myself £20 again, and I still come out with 50. So I had a really good time, and I was lucky. There were some people, though, they've either got too much money, or they were broke end at night, because there were some big stakes going on that table, and no, I didn't like that idea at all. But I loved having a go. It was great. It was a nice experience. I wouldn't want to do it on a regular basis, though. I'd be frightened to death of losing it all again. This is why we sort of went in with an allowance. We allowed ourselves so much money. John and Julie, they were a lot better off than us. They owned a business. In fact, I think Johnny owned 2 businesses, actually. He used to run a minibus company, and he'd also got his own MOT garage. So yeah, but they were really great company. Julie were lovely, and we more or less went everywhere together when we went off ship. But we went on this. Oh no, Ernie and I went on this boat, and I think that was at Grenada. There was this. They were going to take us to this fabulous beach, beautiful beach, and It were a biggish boat, and there were a lot of people, a lot of tourists on it. But I think we were probably, I think we were probably oldest. Must have been, because they were limbo dancing on the beach. We're drinking. Booze were free running because you just paid for going, and then the booze was free. But me being not a big drinker, I were all right. But Ernie he didn't like to drink, so you know. But yeah, he behaved himself. It was a bit miserable, but he behaved himself. A bit miserable already, actually. It's a good job Johnny and Julie were there, else I think I'd have murdered him, chucked him man overboard. But yeah, we went on this beach. Oh, the waters, it was just fabulous. Beautiful beach. But to get off the boat, you had to walk literally down a gangplank to get off, and it bounced. And if you know you're walking down it, you're so far down, and then somebody heavy gets on the back of you, and they start pounding down it, you're bouncing up in bloody water. Mind you, it didn't matter. I got my bathers on, but yeah, it was a bit of a do that, but it was nice week. And I did have a go at limbo, and no, I can't do it. I fell on my backside. But it was fun. It was fun. And I would love to do another cruise, but Harry's not a big keen fan of water in that respect. He don't like ferries very much, so I don't think he'd really enjoy cruise going across Atlantic. And it was rough coming back. But we were lucky because we flew out, that we came back by ship. Because they were repositioning ship, it were going in for refitting new name. Oh, that's supposed to be really bad luck, isn't it? Yeah, it was free booze. Yeah. On ship, you didn't have to worry about money about your drinks. They just charged it to your cabin. And then at the end of the holiday, they give you a total of how much you've spent, and you don't have to pay it then. You've got a full month to pay it after you've returned. So, you know, the only thing with that I thought was, that's all very well, but you don't know how much you're accruing, do you? How much you spent. But in actual fact, well, like I say, I didn't drink a deal. And I were more drinking cold drinks, me. When I say cold drinks, I mean like Coke, that kind of thing. Or I was drinking a lot of pineapple juice. But it's starting to give me bellyache, so I stopped having that. That's when I turned to Coke. And then if we went into the concert room, or the huge ballroom, I'd probably have a couple of brandies in there, you know. Let my hair down in the posh place, but and John and Julie had wine every night at dinner, and we were on the same table, but we're not wine drinkers. Not, we weren't anyway then. I don't mind now. I used to hate wine. I don't mind a drink now and again. And I've just discovered a new one. A new drink, actually. I think it's Echo Falls that do it, but it's like a berries of the forest or something. Oh, it's lovely. And I don't like red wine normally, but that is lovely. I prefer white wine. If I'm going to have wine, I'm going to have white wine. But that was nice. But as I say, I don't drink very much. If I have a tipple, I would say either brandy and American Dry or brandy and Coke. Either of those, and it's got to be a good brandy. And it's got to be a particular brandy, and I like Courvoisier, and I don't like any other brandy. Metaxa's all right though, yeah, that's on a cheap brandy sort of thing, isn't it? But I don't know why. I'm all right with Metaxa. But I had no choice anyway, because in Greece, that's all you could get, really. Well, it was in our hotel. Yeah. Oh, that was when I took my mum to Greece. Now, bless her, God rest her soul, mum's passed away nearly 5 years ago now, but now my mum did drink, and to her, it was a problem as well. In actual fact, she got Alzheimer's, but according to the doctor, her Alzheimer's was actually induced because she drank so much. She did drink a lot. She said she never grieved for my dad, but I think actually she did, in the sense that she drank a lot. And she would never have drunk that much while my dad were around, so much there. So I think that was my mum grieving, and of course she got hooked. But she's always enjoyed a drink, my mum. It's funny how some of us do and some of us don't. But I don't know whether I just could see, I got visions of me being like that, you know. Now, Claire, my daughter, she likes to drink. She doesn't mind getting drunk, but stop the room, I want to get off. No, don't do that. I don't. Yeah. Somebody said free rules. All right, I see. Or who's paying? I always think who's paying. But I mean, I like my Baileys. I have a tiny little glass for my Baileys. And I mean, when I say it is a tiny little glass, it's not much bigger than an eye bath, really. And I have that twice of an evening. Not every night, mind. Only now and again. Or I'll have 2 glasses of wine, but again, they're only small wine glasses. They're not the great big ones. So, and I don't, again, not every night. It's just now and again. But I do, I do like a drink sometimes. Harry doesn't drink. Not very often. He might occasionally, and it is very, very occasionally. He'll have a can of lager. He doesn't drink spirits or wine or anything like that. You know, it's very self-controlled. But
Small glass or holds 2 dozen daffodils.
yeah, we're hearing what he's saying. 2 dozen daffodils. Yeah, I drink mine by the vase, don't I, do? You think so anyway, to hear how we talk. But, yeah, my mum got a little bit. The thing was that she got the Alzheimer's because of the drinking, according to the doctor. But then the next problem is that she'd have a drink and she'd not remember she had a drink, so she'd have another. And and this is like in the morning when she gets up, she don't know what time of day it is, she don't care.
You've had motor one, tell her that one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you about it. Good thinking, Harry. When we were moving down to Spain, we bought a big American RV, and we packed it up with everything that we could carry that we wanted to take with us. Everything else got sold or given or chucked. And we had a big double bed, well, it was like a big king size bed in back. And then Mum had the it's sort of like a double bed where the table fits down on bottom. So we're in there on his way down, and we've got. Did we have Sky Dish in then, Harry? I don't know now. I can't remember whether it was that night. It were. I'm sure it were. She first of all, bearing in mind it's not much different to a caravan, it's big. And one night she'd been drinking that much, she was going to get up. She said, "Oh, I think I'm going to go up to bed." And I said, "Oh, wait, mother, there's no stairs. How am I going to get upstairs?" Oh, dearie me. So that was first time. And then we were travelling around this this ruddy country lane. It was pitch black. We didn't know where we were, and there were no road signs, there were no street lights, so we were like in middle of wild, really. But yet we'd not been far off the motorway. But we're going up this road, up and up and up, and I says to Harry, "We can't see anything. Headlights were just not showing anything in front, either side, anything." So I says, "Stop the bus. Let me have a walk up and see what's what." So he stopped and he put the big beam, like a big light beam thing on front, like a spotlight. And it shone for miles. We still couldn't see anything. So I walked forward, but I could see that the road turned, wait a minute, turned to left. There was nothing going to right. It was like, but you wouldn't have known. There was nothing to tell you to turn left, right? So I walked forward to see what was forward, and I'd not gone more than 10 meters, and all that were in front of us was a great big drop down a mountain. Had he not stopped when I'd asked him to, we wouldn't have known. We probably wouldn't have been here now. Oh my God. And it was honestly, it was scary. So I says to him, you're going to have to turn round, but I'm going to have to watch you, because if you don't be careful, you're going to go back, reverse over that. So, and it had been a bit of a bumpy, rumpy, you know, up and down, jostling about, sort of a trip. So we turned round and off we set again, back where we came from. And of course, like I say, it were bumpy and lumpy road and what have you. And my mother had got herself into bed. It was shaking bus. We used to call it bus. It was shaking it backwards and forwards, side to side. My mother fell out of bed. And she started going, "Oh, what? Oh, I'm all right. I'm all right." Oh, I could do it. It was just so funny. I was wetting myself. I said, "Oh, mother," I said, "You all right?" She said, yeah, I'm fine. Why would I not be all right?" And I'm thinking, oh, why indeed? Oh, dearie me. It was just so funny. I mean, bless her heart, we had a few laughs with her, but she was hard work. It's hard work when you've got an alcoholic living with you. And especially somebody, they can either be, you know, really meek and mild, or they can be aggressive. And unfortunately, my mum was aggressive after drinking, you know, and she could say some really nasty things, but I just sort of, well, half the time she'd not got a clue what she's saying. You know, you can't hold it against her. So, but I loved her to bits. No one would have had it any other way, really. Apart from the fact that it did actually get a little bit too much for me, because I were up and downstairs to her. I have got a chairlift, but it's very slow getting up and down. And, you know, if Harry weren't about and I had to get upstairs quick, it just weren't going to happen. So she kept saying she wanted a place of her own again, and she wanted to be, you know, this was because we used to complain about her drinking, saying, "Mum, you've got to stop." You know, I mean, she would drink every day by dinner time, and then she'd swear blind she'd not had a drink, and she'd think that's truth. Yeah, she would. She'd think that's truth. Bless her. She didn't know any different. So anyway, we managed with getting in touch with our local MP to help us. We got her into like a sheltered accommodation. It was like a little bed sit, and she got an emergency buzzer, and it were actually really nice. Put brand new carpets in for her and made it really, really nice for her. And we went nearly every other day, unless I weren't well, and then Harry would go anyway. He'd go on his own. My daughter used to call in once a week or whatever, you know, and so, but unfortunately, it weren't long before she was rushed in hospital, and I blame myself to this day. And I'm everybody's saying to me, "No, it's not your fault. You can't blame yourself." And I can easily blame myself because when Mum got breathless and she panicked, I could talk her down. I could really calm her down, and she'd be fine within 5 minutes. I'd just sit with her and say, "Mum, just breathe slowly in through your nose, out of your mouth, you know, don't blow, just let it out slowly and all this." And she'd be fine. As soon as she said to carers, "I can't breathe," they didn't have a choice. They had to ring us ambulance, and they whipped her in hospital quick. Then they rang me and told me what had happened. So I then had to dash off to hospital with Harry. And it looked awful when I got there. I couldn't believe it, how different she looked. And but they got this blooming awful big mask on her face, pounding air into her. Oxygen, I should say. Not just air, oxygen. Because they said her oxygen levels were low. But you know, if somebody had put that mask on my face, we're trying to take it off, we're trying to tear it away. "Hi, Gertie, nice to see you." She was trying to tear it off. She said, "I'm fighting for my life here. I can't breathe with this on. It's taking my breath away." And I know exactly what she means. It's like you're going 70 miles an hour down the road with your face out the window. And anybody that didn't have breathing problems would struggle to catch the breath. You know, like if you're in a really on a bad windy day, I have to cover my face with my coat over my face if I have to go out in wind. I can't breathe, you know. And you see, had she been at home, I wouldn't have got ambulance straight away. I'd have seen if I could settle her down first. And very often I did it. And we never needed an ambulance for her. So you see, this is why if she'd have still been living with us, I could have talked her down and she'd have been fine. As it were, she went in hospital and they put that mask on her. And actually, at first, I went on Friday night to see her at the hospital. This was the following day after she'd been rushed in, and the doctor took us in his office, and he told us that if anything, you know, happened with her, they wasn't going to resuscitate her. So I said, "Oh, right." I'm thinking, "Wow, what's?" But he said there's not much that they could do for her because of her being so fragile. She was so frail. But that was on the Friday, and on the Wednesday following, they were telling her she could go home. And she kept saying, "I don't want to go home. I don't feel safe." And I said, "Well, you must be all right, Mum. If they're saying you can go home, they don't throw you out for no reason." But I take them words back because she went home on the Wednesday. We took her home, back to her little flat, and I made her a cup of tea and a sandwich for a tea because she didn't eat much like me. She only eats like a bird. She didn't want much anyway, and she come into the kitchen to me while I were making a drink, waiting for kettle to boil. And I put my arms round her and give her a big hug and told her I loved her. And it were like I were holding a little doll. She was that tiny, and I hadn't even realised until then how how frail she was. So, but anyway, as I say, I made her a tea, and she says, "You can go now, I'll be fine." And I said, "Are you sure? We'll sit with you for a little while if you like." She says, "Oh no, I'm all right." She says, "I'll be fine." So I said, "Well, we'll call and do some shopping for you tomorrow, and we'll bring it," which we did. And we took her some shopping and filled the fridge up for her and the freezer. See, we'd had to throw some stuff away because she'd been in hospital nearly a week. And then, she needed fresh milk and that kind of thing. So we went and did a bit of shopping for her, took it to her, and she was fine when we went. And then the next night or afternoon, evening, tea time-ish, I got a phone call from the home saying that Mum was back in hospital again. This should have come out the day before. So I says, "Oh, I don't believe this." Anyway, we went back to hospital, and sure enough, she were in emergency resuscitation unit. But she was sat up and she was talking, and she was a normal perky self because she got a male nurse there, and they were really, really nice. I mean, really nice. This male nurse, it was lovely. It was good looking, and it was personality-wise, it was lovely. So, and she's flirting her head off with this lad, this male nurse. And I'm saying, "Hey, you, settle down." Talk about embarrassing. But I did ask him, I said, quietly, because my mum didn't know about this no resuscitation thing. So I asked him very quietly, I said, "I thought they weren't going to resuscitate her. She had another do." And he says, "Oh, there's nothing here that says that." So they'd lifted that off her notes. So I was glad about that. So that was that bit. And I went to see her. That was on the Thursday. I went to see her on the Friday. But I had got such a bad cold. And Claire and Glenn went as well. And we didn't stay long because I wasn't well. I wasn't well, but I also didn't want my mum to get this bad cold. Hi, Tofu. Welcome. Thanks for coming. Yeah, so I didn't go, and I said to Claire, "Can you go and see your Nanam, because I don't want to go with this really bad cold." So she said, "Yeah, that's fine." And I really had a bad chest infection, and I have actual problems with my own chest and breathing and all the rest of it. So Claire went every day to visit her. And then we got visitors from Scotland as well, from Orkney, Pam and Gordon were down. Anyway, when phone rang, it was Claire. She says, "Mum, can you come through to hospital? The doctor wants to talk to you." This was Tuesday. I've not been all weekend. So we went through Tuesday afternoon. We went through at lunchtime, actually. And there was this doctor waiting to see me. And as I walked into the actual big room, it was like a, I don't know what, it was like the main ward was at the far end, and then like across like a T shape. And then the room we were in, there were like about 4 beds in it. It weren't a room, it was like a hall, really. But there were 4 beds, 2 occupied. And I could hear this awful noise, this really, oh God, I can't describe the noise. It was like pitiful. Really, it were awful noise. Anyway, I heard this noise, and when Claire opened curtains, because curtains were around my mum, and Claire beckoned me. A doctor were in with Claire when I got there, and he said, you know, there's nothing more we can do for her. And I just touched my mum's hand and I said to her, it was my mum making this awful noise. And I just touched her hand and I said, Mum, I'm here. I'm here. And I'm not going away. I'm staying here. I won't leave you. And the noise stopped instantly. It was unbelievable. I can't believe my mother could make a noise like that. And I never heard another peep out of her. And I mean that seriously. Not another sound out of her. We stayed there, Claire and I. We slept at the side of bed. I slept in my wheelchair. They brought Claire like I don't know, a funny sort of chair that made into a bit of a bed. And we stayed with her. And Harry used to come and come and get me out at work, take me down, go and get some lunch. And then we'd come back, and then Claire would go down and get some lunch. Or if Harry weren't coming, Claire would go down and fetch us both some lunch up to ward, and it were fine. They were brilliant nurses and that. We got a cup of tea at 6 o'clock every morning and biscuits and anything we wanted. They were really good. And we sat, and they said, you know, doctor said, she might last 48 hours. It's hard to tell. But she were longer than that. I mean, we went, as I say, I were there from I think about 1 o'clock Tuesday afternoon, and we never left her then through till Friday. And I said to Claire Friday morning when we woke up, go home, get a shower, have some time with your boys. I'll be here and I'm going to be fine. I said, Harry will be coming soon, so I won't be on my own. And I was just sat holding my mum's hand anyway. So she said, and I said, just go and get, you know, get yourself comfortable. She said, oh, I really feel stuffy because I've not had a shower. And I says, I know how you feel, but I said, go home, have a shower and have a nap, proper sleep. And when boys come home, spend a bit of time with them. So she said, okay, I'll see you later. She came back at 5 o'clock. And I said, right, I'm going to bob off home now. Harry was with me. I said, I'm going to bob off home now. I'll have a shower. And then I'll come back. I'll just clean, change your clothes, and I'll be back. So she said, okay. So we shot off home. Harry made a cup of tea. I drank that straight down, went in, get in the shower. And I come out at shower and I even got my dressing gown on. When I got out at shower, phone went and it was Claire. Nan's gone. And I couldn't believe I'd sat there all that time and she'd done all that shouting for me. And as soon as I'd gone, my mum went, oh, bye, Michelle. Thanks for coming. It's been lovely having you. I've bored you all to death. So that was the tale of my mum and drunken antics and what have you. Bro, it was funny. But one night she got really, really drunk, and we'd actually come back from Spain. We were in Orkney, and where the caravan park was like 2 minutes from hospital, round corner in Kirkwall, and my mum fell down. She fell out of bed again, but we got a sky dish in caravan fastened up to a wall. But my mother somehow, I don't know how she did it, she fell onto this sky dish and she hurt herself. And she was complaining of pains in her chest. And I thought, oh, here we go, we're going to have a heart attack. So we rang for an ambulance, and that came instantly. And they had a look at her, and 2 ambulance paramedics had a look at her and what have you. And I'd sort of explained to him as best I could that she was drunk again. And he said, okay. We said, well, we'll take her in anyway. So they took her to hospital. Meanwhile, social services got involved and they said to hospital, don't let her out until we've assessed her. Because I'd already had social services on her case before we left Orkney because of the drinking carry on. But anyway, I'd said, they'd said, don't let her out. Well, that was Thursday night. I went to visit her Friday. And she says, it's lovely here. Sally loves it. That's her little dog, who were actually with us in RV. And my mother's in hospital, and she said she'll be. I don't know where she's gone. I think she must have just nipped outside for a toilet, you know. And I said, Ashay. She said, yes. She said, I took her for a walk. It's lovely out there. She said, I took her for a walk, but she likes to take herself gently. I mean, this is hospital. She hasn't got a dog. Sally, well, she had got a dog, but we got her. We got Sally. Bless her heart. But on the Saturday morning when we went to visit her, well, Saturday lunchtime, because up there you can go all day on the weekend. You can go in any time and visit. But we went in at lunchtime and she was sat in day room. And I said, oh, they let you out your room. She said, yeah, I'm coming home. And I said, are you? She says, yeah. She said, I can come home. So I said, well, I'll have a word with nurse then and see what's what, and then we'll get you ready. And so I went to nurse's station and I asked her, and she said, oh, yes, doctor says you can go home today. So I said, oh, right, okay, then that's fine. As long as, you know, it's right. She told me this, but I didn't know whether she were right or not. Oh, and social services went balmy because she weren't supposed to be coming out. They wanted to see her. They weren't going to let her go home. But I said to her when when we got her back to bus, I sat her down and I said, Mum, no more drink. I'm sorry, but you nearly killed yourself again. And I said, it's not going to happen again. I can't. So I stopped drinking from that very day. And she says, no, I don't want any more. And, you know, I mean, it stopped. She stopped just like that because a memory didn't tell her she wanted a drink. She didn't know she wanted to drink. And it was only because she could see it. Well, we put everything out of sight before she came home back to us. Everything was shifted. Which meant that if we wanted a drink, we couldn't have one. But that didn't matter because I'd rather us going out than my mother be, you know, getting like that again. So that was my tales of woe of my mum, the funny side and the more serious side. But bless her heart, you know, I mean, I loved her to bits and I do miss her. I miss all arguments that she starts. She used to start quite a few arguments, and I just had to, most of the time, I just turn a deaf ear, but it's not always that easy, you know. It's not. So that's how things were for a bless her heart. But we've had some fabulous holidays, and I mean, she'd never been abroad ever. My dad never had. Even in RAF, he never went abroad. He was just a chef. He weren't a chef. He was a cook. He was just a cook. They didn't class them as chefs like they do now in army. They're not chefs. They weren't then in RAF. But anyway, she'd never been abroad, and I got her to send for a passport, and I took her to Greece first time. I went for 2 weeks to Greece first time, and then I took her to Crete for a fortnight, and that were a lovely holiday as well. Mum had issues with drink, but I mean, other than that, it was a good holiday. But then, blow me, my granddad decided that he wanted her to go to Australia to visit her sister. So she went for 3 months, and I had to sleep at her house and look after dogs because she wanted to be in Australia. So that split me and Harry up for 3 months, only in as much that I had to sleep up at my mother's, where I'd call him, see him at tea time on my way home from work, and then I'd make it up to my mum's because dogs had been shut out. But we got lady round corner used to let them out during day for me while I were at work. But yeah, she'd done a bit of globe trotting after my dad went. My dad never fancied going abroad. He liked Cornwall. He did. We went to Cornwall a couple of times. Wales, we went to Wales, went to Tenby, where our Caroline likes to go. For I were only a young girl then, I've not been since. Yeah, we didn't have exotic holidays. Okie dokie, Tracy. Thanks for coming and have a good night. Need an early night, dear bless you. Okie dokie, choke. Night night, sleep tight. So, did everybody get to see me? Old man, old couple that I got finished this week. There's my old couple. I finished that this week. And then when I finished that one, whoops, is it? I did this one, my teacup garden. So I have issues with this one, and I also have issues with this one, my new one. There weren't enough drills of, let me see, 3743 square drills, DMC. If anybody has got any 3743 drills spare, I would gladly buy them off you. I only need 36. But I've just had to buy, I've just ordered some actually now. And I've had to order a stupid massive amount just to get 36 because I've already had issues with Peggy Buy over this one, and then I didn't know that I weren't going to have enough. So as I say, it's this one, square drills, totally different to the other squares where I've had them. These were just slotting lovely together. In actual fact, they were a bit spaced out, which I found a little bit odd, but they're not shoving each other out. That's the good part of it. And then that one was round drills, finished it off, love it, absolutely. I'm going to get the couple sat on a bench next, I think. Got to look for it. I think they've got it at what used to be New Frog. They call it CC's or something like that now. Diamond painting place, but what used to be New Frog, they've got that one in. So I'll go and have a look and get that one because I'd like it to go with that one and they're going in our bedroom then. Because I just thought they were just right cute. And then this one, I've had it a long time. I do believe I bought this from Who Can, their official shop. And I've not got any number 11s. They've not sent me any. So I've had to order some of those as well. So it's 518 DMC and I need 177. So I've had to order about 4,000 just to get less than 200. But it's just the way the cookie crumbles. It is. But I've done this one in specials. I've done it twice in specials. I've done it once full drill, but it was half the size of this. I reckon this has got to be it's a 30 by 40. I think the other one were quite a bit smaller than this. I know it wasn't as big as this one, but I rather fancied it as a bigger one because the other one, I think I've given the other one away that I did this one, but I wanted a bigger one for me, and I didn't mind that it weren't specials on this one. I didn't. So, oh, have you? Do you know? I think I've looked at that one myself. That Soulmates. I'm wondering if I've got right one. Is it like a night scene? The Mont Beach? Is that the one I'm thinking about, or is that wrong? Like you've got all Starry Night, they're on a beach somewhere. A couple, you just see a couple of shadow. I don't know. I might be wrong. Probably am. But I've seen that somewhere. I'm sure I have. Right, what's that one? I'm ignoring it. So, what's everybody doing for the DP-a-thon? Have you got anything particular in mind, or are you just going to be finishing what you've got done? Working on, sorry, what you've got going. I think I'm going to do me Alice in Wonderland one. It's the one where she's falling down the rabbit hole. It's a really nice one, and I was going to start it tonight, but it'll be finished by the time marathon come round, so I'll put this to one side if it's not finished. But I mean, I think it's 2 weeks away, isn't it, that one? Is it? We're only on 22nd today. So it's not next weekend, it's weekend after, isn't it? So chances are this one might be finished by then anyway. Maybe. Whoops. I just fancy wanting to get on with that. I'm really itching to get onto that that Chinese dragon one. Yeah, I thought it was 2 weeks away, Musa. So the chances are this one will be finished. I definitely want to do my Alice one for on that weekend. I might start it on Saturday and watch all others. And then it'll be on the go for my stint on Sunday afternoon. I think it's right good that I enjoyed it last time. I thought it brilliant. I did. And if people don't object to it, I think it's a great way of helping charities out. Yeah, I think it is the one out. Yeah, multiple. It is. It's the one I've seen so far. I like that one. I've seen it before. It really is a lovely. It's a lovely canvas, that one. I like it, sort of like how they, you've got all the stars and that shining. Sort of like galaxy, Milky Way, whatever it's called. It just looked such a nice canvas. Now, I've been looking on, I've been doing some tracking on Ali tonight before I come on here. And my ever moment is waiting to be delivered. Ta-da! Oh, Janet, I wish I'd known about that. I've ordered them now. Wish I'd known about that, though. It would have been, wow, 60 before 10. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm really, really looking forward to it. It'll be my first ever moment. It will. Wow. So, with a bit of luck, it may even be here tomorrow, because we get post tomorrow, don't we? So, it could well be here tomorrow. It says in country of destination and out for delivery. So, yeah, I'm hoping it'll be here tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Oh, exciting. How exciting. And it's the, I'll tell you in a minute, Wolf Girl and Wolf. I had a quick look, because I couldn't remember what I got from it at the moment. And it's sort of like torso of the wolf, or face of the wolf girl, and then the big wolf at side of her. Oh, it's lovely. There is another version of it where you get to see the whole of her and the whole of the wolf. But yeah, it's a really nice one. Really, really nice one. I don't know them now. Oh, there's a few on there. Whoops. So I'm looking forward to that. I've got quite a few that's got to come. This is trouble, you see. You're having to order more, because otherwise you're going to be stuck without. Because China takes too long. See, some of eBay ones have got UK warehouses, and they can come out fairly quick, even though it's a Chinese seller. But they're not all like that, of course, and you have to wait ages. I mean, why does it have to take between 40 and 90 days or whatever? That's ridiculous. 3 damn months. Oh, and I got an email overnight from one at Chinese, from AliExpress. And it was, they wanted 5 cents off me for postage, because it had gone up or something. So I had to send them 5 cents. You ever heard it was a daft? And it come to 49p now. I don't reckon that's right. Is it animated? I don't know. What do you mean by animated? I think it's not a special. Yeah, I mean, I don't do the very big ones. I have got a very big one to do. And I believe that one is a big one as well, a bit bigger than my normal. This is about as big as I've done so far. All except the long roses one, but that were a partial, and that was special drills. But I've never done a very big one. This is as big as I've ever done. I don't mind this. This is a nice size for me, I think. This is 30 by 40. It's a good size. But yeah, I've seen some of the really big ones. And that one I've got, that's the dragon, it's 100 by 100 by something down. But that's only a partial, because that's specials. But that was the beauty of that one. I was so excited, because I didn't know it were going to come with special drills, that dragon, that Chinese dragon. Oh, I nearly had a duck fit when I saw it. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Oh, excited or what? I was thrilled. How I missed that, I don't know. That's trouble with me, though. I don't always read everything, you know. I'm a beggar for that. But I don't mind. It was a nice surprise. I knew it weren't going to be a full, because for the size of it, for it all to be black and gold, it would have looked, I don't think it would have looked right. There'd have had to be shading in it, and there is no shading in it at all. Not that kind of shading anyway, for background. Because it's just literally this golden dragon, or 2 golden dragons on a black background. And I do believe Lynn Noakes has bought the same one, but hers is black and red. So she's got the red dragon, where I've got the gold. I didn't even see the red one, to be honest, but red and black is Lynn's colour combination sort of thing. She likes everything, them sort of colours. They go, you know, they go for that one. Whereas me, I'm not into dark and you know, like these skulls and things that people like to do. And I mean, each to their own. I've no, you know, no qualms about it, but it's just not my cup of tea. But when I see them done, they do look nice. But I mean, it's whatever floats your boat, really, isn't it? Everybody's got different tastes. And I mean, my lovely friend Julie Derry, she's into skulls and things like that. I'm not. That's not my kind of thing. But you know, it don't. It wouldn't do for us all to be saying, "Oh Lord, come into ours when you've done." Yes, I'm looking forward to the marathon again. It were a good night that night. It were a good weekend all round. I mean, quite honestly, I didn't think I was going to get to see that many. But I saw most of them, apart from through the actual night. I didn't go to bed while 2 o'clock in the morning. But I was up sort of 11ish our time here, and it was just all starting again, more or less, from there. So I actually didn't miss many at all, and I'm right glad I'd seen most of them, you know, and chatting on it. I had to ring my sister-in-law. I had to ring my sister-in-law up though and tell her that she'd not got to ring me at that time. I rang her. She says, "You're early." I said, "I know. She usually rings me, but I rang her." I said, "I can't talk to you after such and such a time because we're doing this." And I explained to her what we were doing. And she says, "All right." Because we speak every Sunday. She always rings me on a Sunday. That's how we have a chat. We're on ages again tonight. That's trouble, you see. We don't know what we're going to talk about, which you don't, do you? And then, you know, you find all sorts to talk about. What am I getting this year? I've just had a message coming up here. Relocating Facebook Messenger. Is Facebook Messenger coming home? What the devil am I getting these stupid things for? They annoy me. Hiya, Jeannie. Lovely to see you. Welcome to my live show. Hey. Oh, I'm right glad you've called in. How you doing, Chuck? I know there's so much going on in YouTube and that you don't know where to go next, do you? It is a problem. I tried to I have to catch up. I have to go on catch up, me, because I can never get on time for anybody. But I'm ever so glad you popped in. Really chuffed. How you doing, Ducky? I seen you done some memorial for in memory of your fur baby. Oh, yeah. What can I say? Oh, diamond painting, definitely. Especially on a Sunday night. Most nights, actually. Now, I usually do normal crafting or, you know, other kind of crafting in daytime. And then DP at night. But I've been doing a bit of sorting out with me drills tonight because I've found them short. But never mind. I've corrected it. Well, I've sent for some anyway, I've ordered some more. I don't like doing that. I think it's disgraceful that I've got to buy so many. I mean, they're like £3 each colour, but it was cheaper than other shop that I looked at, so it was very expensive. I can nearly get a new flaming diamond painting for that money. Can't you? When you think about it, you can. But I ordered 3 more yesterday. I think it was 3 more. Oh, right. Well, I'm pleased to hear that, Jeannie. I am pleased to hear that. Bless her. Oh, mine has been one or two that's lost the pets on there. I've been on Facebook. I've been watching them, seeing them, like saying that they've, they've lost the fur babies. Mind, it's so sad. Well, I think that's all them done for that one for now. So, have a change. Oh, yeah, so I was actually, what I have been doing, I've been looking on Joanne's website in America. It's a big blue owl. I'll show it you. I'll show you a thumbnail if I can. Can you see that thumbnail, Jeannie? That has a bit of a glare on it. There you go. That's it. Yeah, it's a lovely one actually, this one. Whoop. Now I'm working down here, aren't I? Changing mine into angling up top. That's it. Not what I'm doing half the time, do I? That's right. I've got to get some new masking tape. I prefer to use masking tape on here than washi, because washi doesn't stick it very well if it's peeling off. But and it won't stick to this. It won't. It is gorgeous. I've done it before, this one, Jeannie. I've done it smaller one, sort of our version. And I've done the same owl twice as special drills, which are the special colours, special diamantes. What's the heart? Let's have a look. Number 4. Oh, 3 10s. Well, one thing I have got a lot of, it's 3 10s. But this is just for the black of the eye. Thank you, dear. My beloved's just brought me a nice cup of hot chocolate. I've really got into hot chocolate big style. I really enjoy it. And isn't it funny? I like coffee. I have a coffee machine, a Costa coffee machine, where I can do my lattes and my cappuccinos, and my big bottle of Baileys sat aside of it in case I decide I want to tipple in it. And I have to wait while it goes really, really cool before I can drink it. And tea, I have to wait ages for it to cool so I can drink it. And yet drinking chocolate, I can drink it red hot. I don't understand that at all. I'm strange, aren't I? I am. I'm really weird. I know I'm weird. I really am. But it's nice though, being waited on, isn't it? Jeannie, I'm with you there, darling, all the way. I mean, I get really busy and I feel terrible that I don't get onto people's videos. I really do. But I do try to catch up. I seen your Jane Marge, I seen your dangly things that you did on Facebook. They were beautiful, really nice, like charms, tangle charms. They were gorgeous. I like doing them, but mine seem to fall apart. I'm doing something wrong. I don't know whether it's the rings that you put them on. I don't seem to be able to shut them properly for some reason. In fact, last time I've done any using them sort of things for anything, I've ended up putting a little bit, tiny bit of glue on to stop them coming apart, because they do. Mine do anyway. Oh, I've got a I've got a huge bottle of Baileys in the kitchen. Do you want one, Jeannie? I'll send you one now on internet. Why I like my Baileys in my coffee. I like Baileys on its own as well, but I like Baileys in my coffee. That's mostly the way I drink it, actually. But I had, I think, 3 large bottles, you know, the litre bottles, and 1 smaller bottle at Christmas. I've only got 1 large bottle left. But it's just because it's been going in not just my coffee, but visitors. If I've had visitors, I put it in their coffees as well. You know, everybody gets a little tipple. If they're not driving, I won't put it in a driver's drink, but yeah. But it don't matter about me, because I don't drive anymore. I packed in driving. I did. I let Harry do all driving now. Not that I drink anyway very often, but I like one now and again. I drink Baileys or a glass of wine. I just finished off a bottle last night before. There were about two and a bit glasses in it, so I thought, oh, I'll finish this off and then I can throw a bottle away. Because I ate in a bottle with little tiny bits in, just left. Go drink it, do it, get it rid of it. Because I won't waste. One thing I can't stand more than booze, it's waste. I hate waste. I'm doing it so you can see me and look back at me. Oh dear. Crackers. Told you our crackers. Don't need proof. I don't know. I don't know. I just so enjoy doing this. I really do. It's so relaxing. It is so relaxing. Right, number 8. See. But they look so nice when they're framed. They really do. I want to get my little old man and woman frame now. Get that up in the bedroom. And get the other one ordered of the same. I can't remember what else there were, but I know there were this. I've seen the one that's sort of got the old couple sat on a bench, and that was the one that sort of had sort of fabulous memories. You know, it was a standing joke with me and Harry when we were away on holiday, and it stuck with us ever since, really. But Pensioners Row. Bless him. It was one of Harry's funnies that come up with it, and I don't know. Hi, Rosebud. Glad you could pop by. Yeah, it's funny how things like that you know, just odd things stick in your mind. It really is. It's just one of them things. And I think, quite honestly, me and Harry have got such a daft sense of humour. We both have, so, you know, I mean, he's always coming out with something that increases me up. We laugh a lot, which I think is great. He's a great fella. He is. And bless him, he's no longer my toy boy because he's just had a birthday. You see, Harry is a toy boy for 4 months a year. But then he catches me up. So he's not a toy boy anymore. Oh, Mr. Hart there, look. Mummy neck. Fancy. Where'd you go? Yep. We have crazy sense of humour. Oh, we've been doing it for about 18 months now, doing Gina. On and off. I mean, probably, I would say 9 months nearly solid at it, apart from, you know, a few other bits and pieces. But yeah, my first one I did about 18 months ago, and then I did another couple of little ones, and, you know, and then it gradually built up. So, but I've decided that I do like doing it, but I don't want to neglect my other crafts. So I decided that I would, during the day, do, you know, my usual type of crafting. And then in the evening, I can sit here and do my diamond painting. And then sometimes Ariel wants to chat and we can chat. Or another night, he might want to just sit and watch, you know, watch telly. And I just sit here with my headphones on and I watch. I like watching Unsolved Mysteries. It used to be it's an old series with Robert Stack, is it? It's yeah, I like him. Don't suppose he's still around anymore, but I used to like him when he were oh, what was that show called? I wasn't thinking about. Oh, it was tip of my tongue then. Trouble, what were it now? Oh, what do they call it? Where they were gangsters and things. Now I can't remember, it's gone. I had it on top of my tongue and then it just disappeared. It's you remember, Harry, what they call that with Robert Stack? What do they call that? Gangster series.
Untouchables.
Untouchables, that's it. That's the one, Harry. Thank you. Yeah, Untouchables. I used to like that as well.
Yeah, it seems to know that working somewhere.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, Untouchables. Yeah, I used to love that program. And I'm not really into, you know, crime fiction. I like to watch true crime programs. More into that, especially forensics. Untouchables. Oh, it were Robert Stack. Yeah, definitely. And he did Unsolved Mysteries. And I watched that right through. I sit here with me headphones on, doing my diamond painting, and I put all old series on. And Forensic Detectives, love that program as well. That's anything to do with you know, police and crime, because the fact that I'm fascinated by how they catch these criminals. You know, they think they're so clever, these criminals, you know, they're not going to get caught. And then you get some smart detective and, you know, forensic science. And I think that is amazing. Absolutely amazing. It does. Yes, I love that one. Anybody else like true crime? Yeah, you Googled it, you cheated. Raymond? Who's Raymond? Robert Burr? No, Robert Stack. What are you talking about? Who were Burr, Harry? What were Burr?
Hey?
Oh, Raymond Burr. That were Raymond Burr. What did he do?
Ironside.
That were Ironside, Raymond Burr. Yeah, Untouchables were Robert Stack. And Raymond Burr did Ironside. And what's the other one he did? Where he were a lawyer. Can't think of that one. Do you know, it's on tip of my tongue and I can't think. Not on these where I'm watching though, it weren't, because I've been watching them now for Perry Mason. That's the one I'm thinking about as well. We remember. The Unsolved Mysteries that I'm watching now are Robert Stack. I don't know whether they were old ones or if he were a different, you know, at a different time. But it's definitely Robert Stack. I've been watching them now for weeks. Because like, he were a bit of a, I think you were a bit of a heartthrob at one time, weren't you? For some girls. Me included, I have to say. I thought you were gorgeous. I don't know. You know, there's no taming me. I'm a wicked woman. Oh, I've just realised Laura's had a big barbecue this weekend, hasn't she, Laura Law? Her family barbecue she was going to be having. I'm sure that was this weekend. Bless her. Oh, it could be. It could be, but it's American. Most of them are American crimes, so I don't know. I wonder if they've like both done so many series. But I'm looking for my pot and I'm right under my nose. I can see it. I don't know now. I'm going to sit and have a pan. So you'll have to excuse me while I'm puffing. Talk to me though. I'll tell you what, I've got really into this Chris Watts case. in Colorado. Oh my God. I think it's hit everybody. Absolutely. What other one I know? Let me think. Cannon. Here another American. Oh, Cannon, Harry.
William Conrad.
William Conrad, who played Cannon. Frank Cannon, yeah. I've got got drills going down my boobs here. I don't know where that's come from. I wondered where it were. I thought I got a spot developed on me chest, and it wasn't. It were a drill. I don't know. But what else do I like to watch? Oh, Dr. G, Medicine Woman. Yeah, she's brilliant. Dr. G. Galaviori or whatever they call. I can't remember it now. I could say it at one time. Hi, Cindy B. Okay, darling Jeannie, we'll see you again soon. I'll pop over and I've got to feed your kitty. Oh, bless. Okay, Cookie, darling. Thank you for dropping in and see you later. Bye. Hi, Nicole. Great to see you. Who's spinning? I'm spinning. Am I spinning? I've not got a spinning here. Yeah, refresh, Cindy, because it's... All right, it's good, all right. Good, that's glad. Yeah, I'm going to say it's not. I'm not spinning at this end, which makes a change. Let me just get me... Look, proof my man's a good man. Drinking chocolate. I love my drinking chocolate. Yes, so who else do we not know? Yeah, I've been watching Chris Watts' case. Can't get out of that. Can't get that one out of my head. He is, definitely, Nicole, he is. Yeah. Yeah, I am very, very lucky. I'll tell you. I know I'm lucky. But oh, I had an accident with my leg again today. I pulled dishwasher front down to take something out, and it scraped straight down front of my shin and toe skin. Oh my goodness, it's so painful. I don't know. But these things happen. My skin's so very thin. It just tears at nothing. It does. Let's have a look what we're on now. P number... right, number 24. 24. Yeah. What we done at once? What we all done? What am I missing? Oh, yeah. Oh, I know, I've done it before, but I've never done it this. But I think what added to what added to the situation was last night. I mean, my skin is really thin. I'm always walking into things and it just tears. I've been to doctors and they've just told me it's old age, so that will that, live with it type of thing. But last night, Rosie, my little Rosie, little Westy, she wanted to sit on my knee. Every night, as it's getting towards bedtime, she likes to come and sit on my knee. And I was doing something. I'm not sure what. I think I'd put my diamond painting away because I'd done all I could do with my cottage because I got the missing drills. So I put everything away, got myself settled down in my chair. She trotted straight up to me and clawed straight down my leg. Oh, and I thought, oh no. Anyway, when I looked, I were amazed that it hadn't tore the skin, but it had left an awful black bloody, like a blood mark under skin. I don't mean bruise, I mean it just looked bright red blood because it just, oh, I don't know. My veins are very, very thin. Anyway, so of course that it was sore, it hurt, but it didn't break the skin. And and I pulled dishwasher front down today. I got my leg a little bit too close, and that went down the exact same spot that Rosie had scratched last night, and I think that's why it gave as easily as it did. I have done it before, but I've not actually broke skin before. It's first time I've actually broke skin, so I'm assuming that it's because it was already done night before, and it bled well. I had to hurry up and get a dressing on it, so that and of course my leg and I got my leggings on, so now my leggings need washing. So it's gotten some more laundry to do. So that's what I've got to do. Dishwashing is dangerous. Yeah, it does. It really does. Yeah, I mean, Rosie, I've only got to pick her up, and if her claws are the slightest little bit sharp, it tears me. I've got scars all over my arms, and it's my own fault, really. I mean, only thing is, Ariel said to me, you should keep something on your arms, but when it's warm, you don't want a cardigan or a jumper on, do you? This is the problem. I mean, I do try to keep my arms covered up if it's chilly. Or if I'm doing it like this, she can't sit on my knee while I'm doing it. I'm doing this. But she does like to get on my lap. She always lays on me. When we go to bed, I lay and read for, an hour. Maybe more, really. And Rosie, I have to lift her up onto bed, and she'll lay on my legs for as long as I'm reading, mostly. And I've got because I use Kindle. I've got a Kindle book. So I only need my right hand. And I can just touch screen to change, turn over, next page. So I've got my other hand is tickling her, usually around her ears or whatever. And she'll either get fed up with me tickling her and move. She doesn't go off bed, she just goes to the bottom of bed. But as soon as I put light out, she's off bed and into her own bed, because she's got her own bed upstairs. She's got one upstairs and she's got one downstairs here at the side of my chair. But she likes to sit on my knee when I'm not doing anything. And she'll wait. She's very patient. She will wait until I've done whatever it is I'm doing and put everything away. But as soon as it's been put away, she's there, wasting no time at all. So I don't know. I've got to have her on my knee. I wanted a little dog so I could have her sat on my knee. I've had Springer Spaniels that used to sit on my flipping knee, and they were big. I have. Yeah, they're a bit too big. They're not like dogs, are they? Not like a little Westie. But actually, funny thing were, when I bought my first Springer Spaniel, the place where we went were advertising Yorkies, and that is what we went for, a Yorkie. But when we got there, it says, "Oh, I've just sold last one." Oh, I would and we've gone a right distance. Been all over trying to find this place. It was like out in back up beyond. Anyway, he says, "I've got some Springer pups if you want a Springer." Well, my dad had Springers, so I mean, I knew what they were. I knew what kind of temperament they had, and I said, "Oh, can we have a look?" So we had a look at his Springers, and oh, I found one, Candy. I called her. Oh, she was such an adorable dog. She was not overly excitable like Springers tend to be. She got a really nice temperament, actually. And oh boy, was she my dog. She were, bless her. And then I had a litter from her, and we kept one of her babies, Lucy. And then when Lucy was probably about 2 or 3, I had a litter from Lucy, and I kept one of her babies. That was Lottie. And Lottie was crazy, absolutely divvy, that little dog. But she weren't little, she was big. She got the longest legs for a Springer. But oh, she was crazy, absolutely. Lovely with it, but she was crazy. And I think if I'd have had Lottie first off, I wouldn't have had any more. To be quite fair. But it was funny because we had Candy first. Candy had her litter, and from her came Lucy. And then obviously we had another litter of Lucy, and Lucy had 8 pups. Candy only had 6. And yet Candy were a bigger Springer altogether than Lucy. But anyway, but Candy pinched off at puppies, and she started lactating and feeding them. And I don't think Lucy cared one little bit. She thought, you can have half from. She was babysitting, so Candy had half, and Lucy had half. These gorgeous little pups, and they are adorable when they're first born. But I don't know. She was so funny. When when we started weaning them onto meat, we had a big circular tray, like from a bar, a pub tray. I don't know what if you have equivalent in America, but they were just tin trays. But it was in good condition. It weren't rusty or anything like that. And we used to mash it all to a pulp. We used to put 2 tall tins of pedigree chum, and mash it all up. And then we'd put it on the floor in kitchen, and pups would they'd eat from it. I forgot what number I'm on. I'm just having a look. 32. What's 32? Oh, yes, I nearly put them on ours. Yeah, so they would, while they were eating, they'd be walking around the tray. It was so funny. And it was like watching a little wheel go round. All these puppies following each other around in circles while they're eating from this tray. Oh, they were so funny. They were gorgeous. They were. I don't know. But with Lottie, we just had the spade. We didn't have any pups off her. Because the trouble were, it's hard to let go. It's hard to let them go. And I mean, one of Lucy's pups. We called him Benji. We kept him, and we didn't keep him. We just happened to have got him, and nobody had been for another pup, so we were left with just one puppy, which for a while was fine. But of course, then one of the other dogs comes in season, and he's like going dippy-doo-lally trying to get at him. So we knew we would either have to get rid of him or get dog spayed. And Lottie was too young to be spayed at that age. You've got to have one season before they can really be spayed safely. So our vet told us anyway. So, but this guy rang up and he said that he wanted a Springer dog. So could he come and have a look and see Benji? And we took him in, and we fetched dog and let him see. He could see all of them. Could see all the dogs we got. And I don't know. There was just something about this guy I didn't like. But anyway, we did have to let him. We did have to let Benji go. We couldn't keep him, and it was getting really, really difficult with him because I think it was actually Candy that came in to see. That was his grandma. You see, they were two. If he'd have mated with her, they would have been too closely inbred, and I don't believe in that. I mean, we always used to check pedigrees of people, that were wanting to mate with Lucy. Well, and Candy, as far as that goes. But if the pedigree was too close, it were a no-no. But we were lucky because Candy came from a long way away. So that were fine. It weren't a problem finding, because in actual fact, our daughter-in-law, her mother and dad had got a Springer dog. Oh, and he was lovely. He had a nice temperament. He did. So, but you see, we couldn't use him for Lucy. So we had to find another Springer somewhere. Anyway, we did. We found one and we mated Lucy. But I said, I'm not doing it again. It's too much like hard work. I slept outside in a shed on a bean bag. We got a whelping box for Lucy. And I slept outside in that shed with just a heat lamp above my head. And beanbag under me and a blanket round me and a coat. And they were freezing ice on inside the shed, even though we got all the heating and everything on. So I did that for 2 nights because we knew she was getting nearer time. And I said, well, I'm not spending another night in here. It's too cold. So I said, she's going to have to come in house and have them. So we brought her into house. We put her into a corner and made her a bit of a whelping area. And she was just wandering about. I knew she were nearly ready. Could tell. So I put a big blanket on carpet for her to lay on, and I laid down outside of her on floor to keep her company, make sure she were all right. They sat in cover. Oh dearie me! I woke up in the morning stiff as a board for sleeping on floor, and she was as happy as Larry because she'd slept on sofa all night. So I'd been on the floor for it. Talk about being in doghouse. Oh, I don't know. Oh dear. But she went in a whelping box next day and started having them straight away. So she got in there. She didn't want to be in the house at all. So she was happy. So was I. The first few, I think she had 6 to start with. They came, no problems, she was fine. But then another one come in and it seemed to be stuck. And I was a bit concerned. So I rang vets and told him the situation. And he says, well, give her a little bit more time. He asked me how long she'd been, you know, trying to have this pup. And I said, quite a while now. It's about a good hour. And it seems to be stuck. So he says, no, he says, leave her a little bit longer. He says, she'll probably be all right. She'll be fine. So I said, okay then. And I left that. I left it at that and put phone down, went back down garden. And she'd had this. And all it were was, I don't know, it was just a bag of mush. Weren't a puppy. So we thought, oh dear. Anyway, next one, that one was fine. So she just had one that were, it never developed. It was just a bag of mush. But it was fine. It were. That drinking chocolate's so nice. Right, now what do we want? X's. Number 20. But your pets can take over your life, can't they? I mean, as much as I've always been surrounded by pets, dogs. I've had cats as well, and I love cats as well. Harry's not a cat lover, unfortunately. And yet they take less looking after than dogs do, because they sort themselves out, don't they? But anyway, and the thing is now, even though, I mean, Rosie's fine, but she's at the age now, she's at the same age now as what my other little Westie was when I lost her. And we're having all this problems with the skin and everything, and I've been worried to death about her. You know, thinking I'm going to lose her. I know I am. I don't want to lose her. Not another one like that. But you know, it's easy for me to talk. I'm not the one that has to look after him. It's all on Harry, and it's not fair. So as much as I would love another one, when anything happens to my little Rosie, it's not going to happen, because I don't think it's fair to marry as much as I'd love to. So I've made my mind up, set my stall out. Did I have any number 7? You know, you've got to be sensible on here as well. Not only that, I mean, we're at an age now where we really, you know, shouldn't be wanting any more animals. I mean, don't get me wrong, Rosie's no trouble. No trouble at all. It's cost us a bit in vet fees for her one way or another. In fact, I think we've spent more on Rosie than I've spent altogether with all my other animals. Rosie has had more spent on her, in the sense that it cost us over £2,000 to put her into quarantine when we came back from Spain, because we bought her in Spain after Phoebe died. So that would start. And then we've had this skin issue with her. And we were going to a very expensive vet for many years with her. And he were getting nowhere fast with her. And yet, oh, see what I mean about this? It does its own thing, this board. I've got a new one coming, I hope. Yeah, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so really in vet bills and quarantine and everything else that we've done with her, she's been a very expensive little dog. But I don't begrudge her any of it, not one bit, because she's such a good little dog. She's so gentle and loving. She doesn't yap like some dogs do. You might get one that would bark, bark. In fact, next door neighbour's daughter, she's got a little dog, and they often bring it here next door. Oh, and that's all we hear through wall. Yap, 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 yap. Now, I have nothing against little dogs that bark, but it just goes on and on and on. And, you know, I don't think they even care what it's barking for. It might be trying to tell them something. But they bought a little dog for kids. But, you know, kids don't know. And we're talking babies now, and they don't know how to behave with dogs. You know, they pull them and tells them about, and poor dog has to try and get out of the way, and I don't know. But, you know, everybody's different, aren't they, with the pets? So, I mean, you get some that are cruel. I don't think they're cruel next door at all. I just think they don't realise, you know, they don't think. And most kids will say, I want a dog or I want a cat or whatever. And you say, well, okay, but you've got to learn to look after it. You've got to treat it right. You know, they soon go off it. You know, they'll get it. You'll get it for them, and then they just, no, it's left to you. So that's when the problems begin, I'm afraid. Poor little things. And you see these, in fact, it breaks my heart. I don't go on Facebook very much now because there's so many now that showing you people that have done some awful things to the pets, dogs, the children. I mean, what is that all about? What is wrong with people? You've got a mother holding a gun to a baby's head for a photograph to go on Facebook. Why? Why would you do that? Really? It just, oh, it just does not bear thinking about. So it's very easy to stay away from Facebook. I used to always be on Facebook. Always. Harry often is, but even he's getting sick of it. Sick of rubbish and nasty, you know, and I mean, we're getting sick to death of hearing about Brexit. We want to leave European Union, but we're just so sick of the carry on of the government doing what they would rather do than what the people of the country want. So what's the point? So we don't watch it now. We don't listen. We just ignore it. And it's not a case of burying your head. It's a case of, you know, you weren't listening to it in the first place, so what's the point? And there's just no point whatsoever. It's ridiculous. It really is. And I mean, they're talking, it might be another general election. Oh, whoopie-dippy-doo. Who the hell do you vote for? Because there's nobody that's in government at the minute. that you can trust. Not one. The only bloke that seemed to be on the right road walked away, didn't he? And I know a lot of people laughed at him, but think he's stupid, but he's a clever bloke. He's, I didn't even tell you his name offhand. But see, this is how my mind works now. My brain won't function. I can't remember things, doing my head in. Terrible. Sure, I'm getting old. Well, I know I'm getting old. It's not a surprise, really, is it, for anybody? Like, oh, in a bit. Boris Johnson, that's the one. I know a lot of people think he's stupid, but you know he's a clever bloke, he is. And he knows what he's talking about. And these things that they've been putting up on Facebook, that, you know, everybody should read. We really should. Everybody should read these things, because it's telling you what will happen if we stay in. We don't even want to deal. We want to be out. End of. Walk away without paying. The money they're demanding is ridiculous. But our government seems to be quite happy to shell money out like that. And yet we've got doctors and nurses and teachers resigning because they're not getting a pay increase. Oh, but government gets pay increases. They don't have to go without an increase in the wages, do they? Oh no, that would never do. Oh, I shouldn't go on about. I mean, in America, you've got similar kind of thing. I have, yes. Do you fancy remembering that? I've done 2 in special drills of this, and then I've done a smaller version of the whole full drill of this, and this is the bigger one. I think, I don't know what size the other one, because this says it's a 30 by 40, but I know for a fact the other one I did was only like perhaps half size of that, so I don't know. I have definitely done another one of these. Don't know where it's gone. I'll probably give it away before now. But I like this size, and this one is for me. I'm keeping this one. I do like this. I like the size of it. It's a good size for my, my own thing. But I have got so many. Actually, I bought this one. Ooh. Ages ago, and I mean sometime last year I bought this one, and I didn't check the itinerary. Well, you didn't actually get one, but you still got to see how many colours you've got and make sure they're all there. Did I? No. Did I X? And of course I'm some missing. I know number 11s, which is 518, and I need 177, so I've ordered some from AliExpress, so God only knows when they'll get here. Also, I've had to order some for my little have you seen me my old man and my cottage in a cup? I finished those. My little cottage one, I didn't have enough of one. So on this one they're actually missing. They weren't in the box, in the packaging at all. Number 11. The others, there were some in, but there weren't enough. And yet I've got others where there's loads left of the, but I've got really nothing in my stash. I've looked, because I've got a lot of square drills, spares in my stash, with ORCAN numbers. No, ORCAN, listen to me, DMC numbers, sorry. And I keep everything, all stored away where I know what number it is and everything, but I've never had any of that number. Typical, isn't it? Some I've got dozens, look, you know, lots and lots and lots of, and some I've got a few of, but that one I've got none of. So I bought some, I've ordered some today from Ali, so God knows when I'll get them. So I can't finish my coffee one, and I can't, sorry, not my coffee, my cottage in a teacup. Can't finish that one. I won't be able to finish this one, but I'll get it done as far as I can. Then there'll only be number 11s to go on it. And see, I looked to see what colour it were. I looked on actual canvas, and it's the hashtag one, which is like a nice light blue colour. So I thought, well, I wonder if I've got any, you know, a lot of any light blues of any other number. But I haven't. I've got dark blue, but light blues, no. Because I want light blues, I ain't got them. So I've got to wait for them coming. But I mean, it's going to take me a while to do it anyway. There must be at least a week's work on here. I mean, considering I've been doing this for like, what, 2 hours at least. And I've only done that bit, but I've been gassing, haven't I? Oh, but yeah. So it's a bit disappointing, really, that, you know, I mean, I always thought, I never dreamed that I'd get any that come that hadn't got the drills. Never in a million years. You know, I'm just that trusting me. They send you a kit out, that's it. I love squares. Are you enjoying it, Soulful? Because I mean, I think, yeah, I've got some. I've ordered some. I've had to order a lot, like £3 a packet, and I've ordered some for this and some for my cottage, but it's like £6. £6 for 2 colours. And I mean, I only want, on the cottage one, I only want 36. But I've had to order, is it something like 3,000 or 4,000 just to get off, you know, 3 dozen. Crazy. But then Janet mentioned to me tonight that there's a group on Facebook that if you tell them what you want, if anybody's got them, they'll send them you. I didn't know about that. It's a shame. But I've already ordered them and paid for them now. So, yeah, you know, you live and learn, don't you? It's like everything else. I just wish that I could have got them in smaller quantities. Because, I mean, like, what do I want of this? Let me see, number 11, where are you? I need 177 for this one on here, of the 518. So if I could have just ordered a packet of 200 on both, they'd have been ideal. You know, I mean, what would it cost? 50 pence a packet? But I've had to order thousands to get 36. So if you want to hear any time, just let me know. I've got plenty of them colours. But it's just annoying that, you know, I mean, I opened it up, I flattened it all out. What I do, I open it up, you know, uncover it, and shove all this back so it's flattish. And then I put the whole thing underneath me cutting mat on my sewing table because I'm not using it for cutting at the minute. So, but I have got some weighty stuff on top of it, so it flattens it out beautiful. So I've not got a problem with that. You know, and I've left it there for, been under there for months. It's been fine. It's been under there for months. And then I thought, I'll get that one started. And discovered I hadn't got any number, you know, the number 11, which is the 518. But anyway, never mind. I'll get them eventually, and I just put it to one side when it's done. I've got a folder. I've got a portfolio, an A2 portfolio, and I've got an A3. I think they're A3 or they're A2. Big plastic files. I've put an A3 cutting mat, a thin cutting mat in it to keep it straight up, and then I can put me finished diamond paintings. I can put them in that, and they don't flop about. Fasten it up and everything, and because it's got the thin cutting board in there, it's holding them, it's supporting them. This one, do you mean, Marissa? You like this one the way you did them, or do you mean squares? I love squares. I prefer squares, but when even this one, I'm hoping it's going to be all right, because this is a Huacan, and the other Huacan that I had for a while was that one with my vase with lilies, the blue one, and that was a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. They were popping up and popping off, and driving me nuts. And I'm just hoping that I'm not going to have the same problem with this one, because it seems that, from what I've more or less gathered as I've been listening to different people talking about Huacan, it's been an issue with them, that the square drills have not all been good. You know, you've ended up having to throw some out, and there's a lot of big ones, and they were in that other one, and there were too many that I could throw away. I couldn't throw them all away, so I never finished it. So what I did do when I'd finished it, I did the vase, I gave it a really thoroughly good rolling over with a wooden rolling pin, and then I sealed it all with Mod Podge luster, watered down, and it sealed it beautifully. And now they're not popping up, obviously, because they can't. They're stuck down well and truly. But you know, when you see how sticky this is, really, there should be no way that they can come up. Because if you put one on that's a little bit wonky, you try taking it off. You know, they're hard sudden soles to get off. So how do they pop off? That's what gets me. I don't understand why they can pop off like they do. But they do, obviously. But yeah. But I love this picture. I love this one. I liked it in the specials, but I also liked it with a full cover. So, you know, I just think it's great. I love owls, and I love this blue owl. I've actually seen another owl. I don't know whether it was last night or whether it was today. I think that were on AliExpress as well. And it's really, it's a cartoony one-ish cartoony one. But it's really pretty, and it's got like, although it's a square, it's not a 40 by 30 or anything. I think it's a 30 by 30. And it's got like a ring of flowers sort of thing, like daisy chain or something round. It really is lovely. I've seen that, and I'm wondering whether to, you know, get that one. But I've got so many old ones now. Yeah, I do realise that, Marissa, but you'd be surprised at different sizes in the square drills. It was awful. I mean, I just finished my leopard one, and again, that was a Huacan, and it was square. That went like a dream. It was perfect. Not the slightest bit of a problem. But the vase one was awful. And so far with this one, it's, you know, I mean, I know I've not got many on yet, but it's a lot better than the other one, where, I mean, you can feel, I know that one's not on right, because I can feel it stuck up. I think it one I dropped. So yeah, you know, I mean, this one, it so far it feels okay, although that's not very straight, but I'll go down and straighten that. It's just the outline. Yeah, so I mean, I know you've got to be careful that you don't, you know, squish them in too tight, but if you've got a couple of just a few, oh, don't worry, Soulful Brush. I've ordered some, so I just have to wait. I mean, I don't mind waiting. I'll finish what I can, and then I'll just put it away, and then when they come, I'll just finish it off. It's not a problem. In fact, I've got another big A3. Although I don't know if that's an A3. It might do. I've got another A3 folder separate, and that, like the cottagey one and this one, I'm going to keep them separate for unfinished, waiting for drills, so that I'm not going to put them all together. I'm going to have to start and frame some. I framed, let's see, I've framed recently, I think I've framed 4, and that's it, which is very naughty. But 2 have gone now. I mean, I did one for my friend's little girl, because she loves owls. And for my friend down in Wales, Jane, just sent her hers off. She had the one I call the sassy purple owl. Another one with the necklace and sort of feathers all on this. I did her that one in purple because her favourite colour's purple. And I thought it just made me, when I looked at it, I could sort of think of Jane. So I did it for her. Well, that's a good idea, Marissa. I hadn't thought about doing that. And yeah, I can see, in actual fact, it's quite the reverse. You know, the cottage one I did, they seem to be very gappy. And in one particular case, last night when I was doing it, working on it, there was a really wide gap between so many. And so it was all one colour. So I shoved them all up together, and I managed to get another one in between to actually fill the gap, because I could see the lettering underneath it. Do you know what I mean? So I did that, and that was a good idea. And really, it's just reverse of what you're saying. Yeah, just remove one. That is a good idea, and I hadn't thought about it. So we'll give that a whirl if I have any problems with it. But you know, up until now, so far, fairly good, and hopefully I won't have too many problems with it. It doesn't seem to be giving any problems at the minute. But but I do like the square drills. I prefer them. I mean, they take longer to do, but I think the finish of them, it looks nicer. Well, yeah, I mean, you can't tell. I did that on this one, and coming up, right, so you can see, and it was in this group. It is quite a long group together there of this dark blue, and I put one extra in because there were really wide gaps between. I mean, I don't know whether you can. It's not bad. Mostly, it's not bad. Let's see it up there, but really can. But I don't know. Can you see? It's like very spacey, lot of spacey. So yeah, it does. But I mean, as I say, it looked awful there because it was a dark colour. Not so bad there because it's a light colour, and when you've not got the light shining through the back, it's not obvious. But with the dark colour, it looked awful. So yeah, I shoved them up and put one in. Have you not seen that one? That's lovely. I fell in love with that when I saw it. I did. I like that one. Did you see this one finished, Marissa? This is the one I was doing last week. My old couple. And I'm going to... Yeah, exactly. People don't... And once it's behind a piece of glass, they won't notice it. That's what I think, Melissa. I mean, you know, if they're looking at it that closely, then they're not really very nice people, are they? You know, you've got a big gap there, and oh no, that's not right. And no, I would agree with you there. Oh, this washi tape, rubbish. One had popped up there. Let me look under here. Where's that one? Let me see. There you go. In you go. That's it. That's better. Yeah. Right, peeps. I'm going to have to call it a day, I think, tonight. Because it's... what time is it? Oh, it's nearly 10 to 11 at night here. So I want to thank you all very, very much for coming and listening to me rabbit on various things. I've really enjoyed your company, and I'm so glad that you decided to join us. So take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening, because I know in America you've still got plenty of time left to enjoy. I'll speak to you all again soon. If I don't see you anywhere else, I'll see you here on somebody's live. So take care, everybody. Bye now. Mwah. Bye. Love you all.